Yeah.
Yes, yes.
DJ Elegance.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Black Education Fund. Good evening.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah. I get my from California. That's that. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it. And I see you. The way I breathe you in. It's the texture of your skin. I wanna wrap my arms around you, baby, never let you go. And I see you. There's nothing like your touch. It's the way you lift me up. Yeah, and I'll be right here with you till the end. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah. I get my from California. That's that. I took my chick up to the north, yeah.
What's up, everyone?
I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it. You ain't sure yet.
If you just came in the chat, say hi, type something in the comments.
I can wish for nights alone that we miss more. And days we save as souvenirs. There's no time, I wanna make more time. And give you my whole life. I left my girl, I'm in my Yorker. Hate to leave the college torture. Remember when I couldn't hold her? I left her baggage for a mover. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah. I get my from California. That's that. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. I get my light right from the source, yeah.
Let's go with an old school classic on this one.
Hand in my hand because I'm yours. I can't pretend I can't ignore you, right?
Not that old, but old
You
enough.
wanna know just where I've been. Don't be distracted. The one I need is right in my arms. Your kisses taste the sweetest for mine, and I'll be right here with you till the end. I got
Do you recall not long ago?
Welcome, everyone, to the Black Education Fund Scholarship Night. We're grateful everyone's here. I'm DJ Elegance. We have an action-packed evening for everyone tonight. We're going to have a good time. Thank you, Alyssa. Sunday Fun Day. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Nikki. Good evening. Welcome, Ferris. Welcome. Yes, we are excited for the winners as well. Let's have some more fun. Let's enjoy some music. I'm wondering, what city are people from? Can people put what city they're from in the chat? I want to see who's tuning in with us today, what part of the world they're from. Markham in the house. Saga representing. I'm in Toronto. Startown, stand up. London, welcome, welcome. Hey, Joe, the hammer in the building. What's up, Daryl? How you doing? Lagos. All right, let's have some fun in this next track. Let's have some fun. Welcome, everyone, to the Black Education Fund Scholarship Night. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Who came to party? Just a little. Welcome to the Black Education Fund. We're asking everyone to just let us know what city they're checking in from. Scarborough, Markham, Lagos, Toronto, Brampton in the house. B-Town, B-Town. Milton representing the schwa in the house. Welcome everyone, welcome everyone. Let's go. You're in the right spot tonight. The Black Education Fund Scholarship Award. I'm DJ Elegance from Toronto, Canada. Welcome everyone.
Drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put them up if you with me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the middle, put them high, yeah, yeah, stars, yeah. Put them high. Walk down at me sitting up, demanding my attention and to give it up. Look like somebody designed you, dropped it gorgeous. You made me wanna live it up. Your presence is critical, moving my soul, yeah, you're spiritual. They hate it when you notice me, make everybody else invisible.
All right, let's do this next one like this. Let's do this next one like this.
So above the law, I'll be your excuse. Damn right. And you go wrong, no. You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him and me be for real, baby.
Welcome everyone, welcome. Hello, 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 hello. If you love soca music, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Welcome everyone, welcome. I see you, Daryl, I see you. Sinead, thank you. What's up, Mark?
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. So girl, I love how the way you blow my mind. Hold me tight and bring down. Hello, 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 hello. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
Are you ready?
Black Education Fund. Let's keep the soca vibes going. Come on, come on, come on.
I'll give you that sweet type of love. Sweet type of love. Come give me that sweet type of love.
We're so grateful everyone is here tonight.
Hold me darling.
Oh, I think some of us know this one. Come on, come on, come on.
You can be looking the way you do. You can be cooking the way you do. You can be hooking me if you want me to go.
A couple more minutes, we're gonna get started. We're so grateful everyone's here. Grab a drink, a snack, get cozy.
I don't know what to do, so I'm pleading. Plus you give me no reason. You tell me this is the end of the season. Mash up everything, dress so. But you don't understand when you watch me. I said just see that I win the lottery. How you go pick up dress so and then dump me? No, baby, no. But your back on me clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside.
Caravana was postponed, but not in our hearts, right?
You go break my heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause if you want me to go,
Sing with me, sing with me.
in the way you do, you can be cooking the way you do.
If you're having a good time, put a 222 in the chat.
You can be looking the way you do. You can be looking the way you do. If it was meant to be, I will find you.
Oh
I
my
go
God.
behind you. Shining there right behind you. Shining there right
Oh, yes, yes. Sing with me, sing with me.
today. Let me do it today. And I'm sure to see you tomorrow. Don't tell me about tomorrow. I need it today. I will take it today. I am sure to get them tomorrow.
Oh, yes, yes.
What you could do when you get this ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. I don't know. What you could do when bumper fling dong.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Hello. I hope everyone's had a great weekend. We're so grateful you're here with us tonight. The Black Education Fund. We got people from all over the GTA, all over the world tuning in with us. A couple more minutes and we're going to get our evening started. Once again, I'm DJ Elegance from Toronto, Canada. We're grateful everyone is here. Our steering committee, all the volunteers, all the helpers, and of course you, our community. We're grateful you're here. So good to see so many familiar faces in the chat. So many friends passionate about making a difference. I think we're going to wait for a few more people to come on in, and then we're going to start with our land acknowledgement very shortly. All right. What's up, Rich? What's up? Coach in the building. All right, we're going to wait for a few more people, then we're going to get started. Like I said, grab a drink, cozy up, get ready. We have an action-packed evening. Thank you, everybody. Once again, DJ Elegance from Toronto. I'm so grateful everyone is here for the Black Education Fund Scholarship Awards. I'm going to turn it over to Dave Bosveld for our land acknowledgement, and we are officially going to start our evening together. We're so grateful everyone's here. Thank you so much.
Hi, guys. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to turn it over to Mark Cumberbatch, who's going to read the land acknowledgement. Take it away, Mark.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's a pleasure to be here with everyone. Just wanted to take a few minutes to read the Land and African Ancestral Acknowledgements. We would like to start by honoring the land that we are on, which has been the site of human activity since time immemorial. It is the traditional territories of the Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nations. Ontario is covered by 46 treaties and other agreements, is home to many Indigenous nations from across Turtle Island, including the Inuit and the Métis. These treaties and other agreements were to be peaceably shared and cared for the land and its resources. Other indigenous nations, Europeans, and newcomers were invited into the covenant in the spirits of respect, peace, and friendship. We're mindful of broken covenants, and we strive to make this right with the land and with each other. We are all treaty people. Many of us have come here as settlers, immigrants, newcomers in this generation of generations past. Today, we acknowledge those of us who came here forcibly, particularly as a result of the transatlantic slave trade. We acknowledge the grave harm that colonialism brought to these lands, in particular, the erasure of African identities. Today, we recognize, honor, and pay tribute to the ancestors of African original and descent. Their labor, sacrifices, bravery, and contributions are integral to Canada's diverse and rich history. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark. So I just want to welcome everybody on behalf of the Black Education Fund and the steering committee and the founders group. I want to say thanks for everybody's support throughout the past year. If you can believe, we actually just started this almost exactly 1 year ago. And tonight is sort of the culmination of an entire community or community's efforts to support Black student success. And so there's so many different people who have contributed in some way. I want to first thank the steering committee for the meetings and the work and the fundraising and all of the efforts that everybody put in to make this the success that it is. I also want to thank the founders, and that's the 100 people that were sort of first to pony up some money and some resources and to really push us to doing more than just a one-time scholarship. This entire endeavor arose out of the sort of embers of the killing of George Floyd. We had a bunch of people in our circles that wanted to figure out if there was a way that they could do something. And so this was the result. And this result wouldn't be what it is without every single one of the founding members and all of the supporters, all of the people who've donated once, twice, monthly, and all of the organizations that have come through with significant amounts of cash for us. So today we're gonna really celebrate the recipients. We're gonna hear from some amazing speakers. We've got some messages that we'd like to share. We've got a couple surprises. And we have, I think, all or most of the recipients of the inaugural awards. They're here with us to be applauded and to be cheered for. And we really want to thank them. And we also want to thank the 225 people who applied for these awards. Going through the applications, it was amazing. We were all inspired. And to be honest, it was a little bit difficult because we wanted to be able to help everybody. And we were able to come up with a plan to help as many as we could this year and to help some of them ongoing. So one of the great things about, and one of the different things about our awards, we call them roster awards. The 3 roster recipients will be funded for up to 4 years, $1,000 a year. So they don't have to reapply as long as they stay in school and they stay working towards their major. They'll be funded every year. And then next year we'll add 3 to the roster. And the next year after that, we'll add 3 to the roster. So that is something that they can, look forward to as ongoing support from us. I want to be careful that I don't miss anybody, but for all of the people who agreed to introduce an award, to speak, to entertain, to put together slides, to share our event, and to make it a success, I want to thank everybody for all of that work. And I want to move on towards the next person. She's a dear friend of mine, Oliniki Adeli. She's an actress. She's a talented woman. She's a student at U of T. And we asked her to record a message for our winners. So Alyssa, if you could let that play.
Hello, my name is Olunike Adeli, and I'm an international artist from projects such as Flashpoint, Working Moms, Saw 3D, and I'm currently filming the anticipated civil rights production, The Porter, for the CBC and BT networks. I'm also a student at the University of Toronto, majoring in African Studies. Thank you, Black Education Fund Inaugural Scholarship Awards, for having me, and congratulations to the winners of this very special award. I'm honored to be among so many incredible Black youth and Black organizers each and every day. It seems that thriving is out of reach and just surviving may be enough, but I'm here to tell you that anything is possible with a support system. It's important we lift each other up and share ideas and continue to thrive for equality. I'm here today and successful due to the support of my friends, family, and community. For over 20 years, I've been blessed to live out my dream as a performer despite any challenges. I have 3 lessons I've lived by on my journey. Number 1, make deposits for hard work, kindness, generosity, acceptance, encouragement, and love. And even when life makes withdrawals, we can count on those deposits to sustain us, reminding us of who we are. Number 2, know your history, but follow your own path. This is your journey with a unique and individual purpose that was given to you. You will be challenged, but the most important thing is that you will be you, authentically and unapologetically you. That alone is success. And finally, number 3, representation matters. History is shaped by strong and resilient and intelligent Black people who has helped shape the world we live in today. We have a responsibility to represent the limitless possibilities for all Black youth, future Black youth, and therefore the world. This scholarship today is extremely important to the economy we are building. Foundations such as the Black Education Fund Inaugural Scholarship has provided financial support for your first steps towards Black excellence. Enjoy the rest of the awards, and congratulations again to all the scholarship winners. Now go out there and make yourselves proud. Much respect.
So Oliniki couldn't be with us today. She's in Winnipeg filming, but she really was excited to share this greeting. I want to now move forward to one of our speakers, the Mayor of Brampton, who's been a supporter of a lot of the work that we do. And I think if Francis is there, I know we had him sort of scheduled around 7:30, but can you let me know if the mayor is ready to speak?
We don't have him on just as of yet. So if you want, you can maybe move over to the next speaker and then go back to him if that's easier.
Yeah, let's do that. Give him a minute. So next up is a little surprise. I want to introduce the co-host for tonight's event, steering committee member Sinead Alder. She is going to explain why and what this surprise is, and take it away, Sinead.
Awesome, thank you, Dave. So I'm really excited that we're finally at this point that we can award our scholarships. So we did have an overwhelming response to our inaugural scholarships. And as Dave mentioned, we did have 225 applicants. all of whom were exceptional Black students pursuing their educational aspirations. So we were able to do this. So thank you to everybody that has donated. Because of the donations that we did receive and the number of applicants and how great these stories were, we decided to award an additional five $500 one-time bursary winners. So we honestly wish that we could award it to everyone. And it just shows how important the Black Education Fund is and how our Black students need this. So we're going to ask for you guys to continue to support the Black Education Fund if you can. So that way we can continue to give out scholarships in the future and support our Black youths. So I will be announcing our first two that will be receiving a $500 bursary to go to pursue their education. So our first one is, if we can go to the next slide, Yavana Duku. Yavana is an 18-year-old writer and creative writer residing in Ottawa, Ontario. She studies English at Carleton University with ambitions of becoming a teacher. Yavana is inspired by her turbulent child and teen years to join a career sector that is central in the development of youth. As an English teacher, she hopes to mirror the adult figures that were to aid her during her young years. So Yavana, congrats. We are very happy and honored to present you with the $500 scholarship. The next one, this next slide, is Chadrak. So his full name is Chadrak Haramana, and I do apologize, Chadrak, if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I do apologize. And I'm a student at King's at Western University, currently in his first year of the Social Justice and Peace Studies program. So again, I'm really happy to be able to present. I did read his story in full, and such an incredible student. I'm really happy that he was one of the ones that was able to receive this award. And then the next one, and I'll pass it on to Batch, Mark.
Okay, I would like to congratulate Jocelyn Rite. Congratulations again. This is an exciting moment for you. Hi, my name is Jocelyn. I'll be 18 on the 28th, and I'll be attending the University of Toronto for Life Science in September. The goal after university is medical school to become a physician. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And we as a group, we are happy and we're congratulating you once again on this new journey that you're gonna have going forward. Okay, next. Crystal Shepherd. Hi, my name is Crystal Shepherd and I'm 17 years old. I will be attending Seneca College this upcoming fall to study child and youth care. And as I said before, this is a new journey at 17 years old. And I just want to congratulate you again. And I wish you all the best and continue to strive to be the best. Thank you.
Dave, you're muted.
Sorry, that's amazing. And those are the first 4 of our 5 awards that we added as a result of the great people that donated so much money to help the students, and B, the great students and the great applications that we had such a difficult time getting through and really narrowing it down to just 3 or even 8. So I'm going to introduce my great friend and neighbor, Dr. Tupwe Adefarikon, who has agreed to introduce this very important award, the award that we have named in memoriam for Kola Iluyomade. So unfortunately, Kola passed away recently. He was a voice for Black students across the province. And Dr. Tupwe is going to take a few moments to make some remarks about him and his impact, and to announce the winner of the award that's named in his honor.
Thank you, Dave. And thank you to the Black Education Fund for taking the time and recognizing the impact and the influence of this great figure that so many people knew and loved in Peel, but not only in Peel. And that is our dear brother. He was a dear brother and friend to many of us, a powerful community leader, Mr. Kola Iluyomade. Just wanted to say a few words about our dear friend and big brother, who was a towering figure in the context of all systems and any systems that were oppressive and that hurt Black children. Specifically, it was the education system, and it began with his own children, his own sons experiencing anti-Black racism. And from then on, what Mr. Iluyomade really understood and knew was the importance of it taking a village to raise a child. So he knew that what was happening to his sons not only happened to his sons, but was happening across, Peel District School Board to a number of Black children. And he founded this amazing organization. He was the founder of Advocacy Peel, which has been at the forefront of challenging anti-Black racism within the context of Peel District School Board, and is still doing this important work today. And so I just wanted to say thank you to the Black Education Fund for honoring Kola Iluyomade and the work that he has done as a towering figure in the context of Peel, but also across Ontario, to really recognize and understand the humanity of Black children, and to recognize and understand that when we're putting our trust in these systems, and especially the education system, that they also have to deliver in terms of providing a space for our children to learn and grow and to be able to move forward in life instead of going down the path of prison or trafficking or whatever the pathways that anti-Black racism tries to put Black children on. Mr. Kola Iluyomade challenged the system to do right by Black children and to see the humanity of Black children. And so it is with great pleasure that I am here today to be able to speak truth to power in terms of honoring his memory and saying congratulations to the youth that has done great work in terms of knowing that he wants to move forward on a path of greatness and aspiring to move forward and upwards in terms of Black excellence and success. And so without further ado, the winner of this particular bursary and award in memoriam of Kola Iluyomade is Joshua Campbell. Congratulations to you, Joshua.
Congrats, Joshua, and thank you, Dr. Tupwe, for those remarks. That's really appreciated. Kola's wife was going to join us today, but she sent her regrets. She wasn't feeling well. But I do believe Kola's son, Ore, has joined us here. So just a little message to you, young man. Your father was a lion, the fiercest of unapologetic Black men, an example to us all of us that are here fighting for equity, fighting for change, and fighting for Black students. So you should be very proud. And thank you for sharing your father with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ore.
Thank you for those words.
Okay, so Francis, are we able to proceed with Mayor Patrick Brown and his remarks?
Yes, he is on with us now.
Excellent. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Brampton, an ally of the community, Patrick Brown.
Well, David, thank you for the opportunity to join you this evening. And I would have been on a little bit earlier, but I was putting my son Theodore to bed, and my wife religiously maintains our sleep schedule for the little ones. But it's a pleasure to be on now. And David, first of all, I should thank you for your advocacy in the community. And I know you have been a source of critical but important advice for those in government at all levels. And the only way we see change is by people that are determined and fierce, and how appropriate it is that you were just paying tribute when I came on to Kola. Obviously a big loss in the community, and wonderful that his son could be on this call to hear the admiration and love that existed for his father, and continues to. This Black Education Fund, I think, is a beautiful initiative. Education unlocks doors. Education unlocks opportunities. You know, I grew up being raised by a school teacher. My mother is retired now, but her passion was in education. And the one thing that she always told me from an early age is that whatever your dreams are, whatever you're determined to do, it's education. And the best way to change systems is to make sure that everyone has the same opportunities to education. And so I know that there are barriers sometimes financially, that even those with the talents, the smarts, the abilities, because of financial barriers, aren't able to pursue the educational opportunities that they have earned. And so I just think it's a wonderful idea that we are providing funds to help and assist and lift up. And I'm sure this initiative will grow. But education can move mountains. Education unlocks doors, and anything we can do in the city of Brampton to be an ally, you can count on us. I believe Francis from my office is on the call, and we are trying at City Hall to really change the culture that exists there. We're determined to make sure that Brampton is a city of opportunities, that everyone can succeed in the city, everyone can be lifted up. And when there are groups like yours, when there are activists like David and among others, it makes that easier to change the face of our city, our province, and our country. And thank you for the opportunity to say a few words, and please let us know if we can be of assistance.
Thank you, Mayor Brown, for your remarks. Much appreciated, and we definitely appreciate having an official of the city of Brampton here to speak not only to us but to the winners, and it sort of makes things a little bit more official. And we also thank your office for sending out in the mail the certificates for all of the winners. So thanks, Francis and Patrick, for always being supportive and always listening.
And I'll share my contact information in the chat group, patrick.brown@brampton.ca. And for any of the youth that are recipients or anything we can do to be helpful, know that we're an email or a phone call away.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. So it's going to be, I think, Sinead again.
Hi, everyone. So I have the honor of introducing Christine Macklin. She is our keynote speaker. And I'm going to go a little bit into Christine's background here and read her bio, because she is a phenomenal woman. And I think everybody needs to hear Christine's background. So Christine was born in Scarborough, Ontario, and grew up in the GTA. Through her own experiences with racism and the police, she felt compelled to become a police officer. Christine took police foundations at Humber College and completed more than 640 working hours with Peel Regional Police Department, then moved on to work with young offenders through Operation Springboard. Christine saw faults in these systems, then picked back up working at FCA Brampton, where she became actively involved with the union. In 2007, Christine was laid off from FCA in Brampton and had to move to Windsor. Once she was in Windsor, Christine increased her union activism as a women's advocate. human rights investigator, local executive board member, and facilitator for the National Education Department. Christine was one of 2 national equity coordinators carrying out the union's National Equity Survey. Christine was then elected Unifor Local 195 first vice president. So this made her the first woman and the first woman of color to serve in one of the union's 3 full-time executive positions. So it took 81 years for a Black person to be there, which is way too long and overdue. In 2015, Christine was selected as a leader in the Canada Governors General Leadership Conference. It was during this conference where Christine got a clear understanding what good leadership is not from the degrees or titles one holds or someone's professions, but from the direct interactions, how people interact with others, or the impacts that one makes in their communities. Christine then took the next step and joined the National Human Rights Director in April of 2018. Since then, she's been proud to challenge racism and drive the advancement of human rights for all Black, Indigenous, and people of color, people with disabilities, people from the LGBTQ community, and anyone in the equity deserving committees. Christine currently sits on the board of directors for the Urban Alliance on Race Relations and also sits on the board for Sisters for Hope. In the past, she has sat on boards in Windsor as a labor advisor with United Way and also on the board of directors at the Welcome Center, which is a shelter for women experiencing homelessness and fleeing violence. Christine is also a former roller derby sister and a proud mother and grandmother. Christine would often quote, "My mission of life is not merely to survive, but to thrive and do it with passion, compassion, humor, and style." And that is a quote from Maya Angelou. So as I mentioned, Christine is a phenomenal woman. She's a powerhouse. She's a role model. She's a leader. And I'm so happy to call Christine my friend and to have her be our keynote speaker this evening. So Christine, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sinead, and thank you to the Black Education Fund. I think that this is amazing. Today I was feeling really tired because obviously the work that we do in our communities, Kola, I greatly missed, but all of the activists that are on this call right now, we know it's exhausting, but it was just like, it lit the fire when I knew I was coming on here today. So first and foremost, I would like to do my own land acknowledgement. I am in Peterborough, Ontario, which is the treaty of the Mississauga and Anishinaabe peoples. It's recognized as the place of the foot of the rapids. And for me, that is really meaningful. The place at the foot of the rapids, that's at the bottom of the river. That means that when we're down here, we see all the problems. And I think of life like that river. If we stay at the bottom and just try to pull people out, which is our young Black youth in all of our communities across Canada, actually, let's not even just limit to Canada, all Black youth globally. If we just stand there and just pull them out and think that we're not solving the problem, they keep coming down the river, we got to get to the top of the hill to where the well is to see what the major problem is. And this is exactly what this education fund is doing. We're providing resources to eliminate some barriers for some of the youth. But I'm going to say to all of the recipients, congratulations. I am so proud of you. I don't know you, but I just took names down and I'm going to be saying your names and some of the things that you're doing and how that's so important in our community. But I want you to do something because nothing is given. We have to think of a community plate where you are given something, so you need to share. I ask that you do something in your communities with so many of the Black youth that cannot go on to post-secondary education. Yeah, they can't go there, whether it's financial, whether it's other barriers that have been put in place. I ask you to do something in your community for those youth, because when you move forward, all youth need to move forward. And so I want to also recognize something that no one has recognized yet on here. We are in the midst, coming to near the end of the International Decade of People of African Descent. So 2024 is when this decade ends. And I think it's shameful that I look across the globe and people put out statements and people talk about diversity, inclusion, and equity and how they're doing all these wonderful things to combat anti-Black racism. But they aren't doing exactly what this Black Education Fund is, and that's putting resources and providing opportunities so that the young Black youth can get knowledge to make change. So I'm making a call to everybody on this webinar and to spread the word. We need to do more than we've done in the previous 7 years, in the next 3 years, to really make meaningful, impactful change. I've committed my whole life. As a young Black youth, I'm going to go over some of my memories. I thought, what am I going to say that everyone else isn't going to say? Well, I'm going to speak to you from my heart. And I have to speak to you about memories that I have as a young Black woman or young youth growing up in Brampton, Ontario. I remember, going to school and having a teacher, because I talked a lot, tell me that I would amount to nothing. Well, I still talk a lot and I think I've amounted to quite a bit, but I don't want to just focus on the negative and the hurt from that, because that motivated me. That made me realize that it is important that I need to just be my truly authentic self and do my best in everything that I do. And yes, my mother and my father had to tell me that I would have to work harder for everything in life, and I have done so. I think about, other memories, really good memories, that we are our community. And as one of the first speakers had said, around our aunties, our uncles, our family members, our community members, this organization and many other organizations. For me, it was United Achievers in Brampton that kept me out of trouble. But it was also my auntie who just retired from the city of Brampton, who was one of the first Black women hired. And she always gave me words of advice about never to compromise my integrity. And I say that to you, never compromise your integrity, and to always work hard. And it's proven just based on your bios that I have seen so far that you are working so hard in everything that you do. So I want you to think about the next thing is, what about dreams? My dreams as a young person, I thought I was going to be a police officer. You just heard my bio. Well, as you heard, my journey kind of detoured, but I had aspirations, and I never thought that I would be in the position that I am right now, because I always thought that my teacher was right, that I wasn't smart enough. I didn't have the right education. I didn't come from the right neighborhood. And I want to tell you all that you are perfect the way you are. And please don't ever change. Focus on your dreams. And one of the things I want you to focus on is, you might think that you want to do something and then realize you don't like it. That's okay. Don't regret that. That creates who you are. That puts you on your journey. Then you try something new. Leave all the doors open and try everything. So even though you're going into university and college right now and you want to focus on one thing, if something changes, be proud of that. I never knew that my policing career would come in impactful in the career I'm in now. I didn't know that building cars would put me where I was. I have so much other community experience. I didn't realize I am on the path I am, and I experienced every job to create the knowledge that I have, that when I advocate for anti-Black racism in systems, I can speak from it because I've been inside those systems. And then next, I want to talk to you about your future. I want you to think about all the things that you want to do, and I want you to write them down. I want you to create your own little bucket lists, and I want you to pass this on, because you have accomplished so much as of right now. And I am so proud of you. And so many of the older people, we were talking at the beginning about our ages and some of the music that we listen to. I need you to know that you have accomplished so much more than your ancestors, but you are exactly where you are because of those ancestors. So value that, know your past, learn your history, connect with the resources and community organizations that will build you up. And anytime somebody tells you you cannot do something, there is 1,000 other people that will tell you that you can. I want you to be confident in what you are right now. I know you're fearful. I know you're going into post-secondary education, and there's doubt and there's nervousness. And that nervousness, I get nervous every time I speak, and I feel it in my stomach. And what I was told from my ancestors is that means that you care. That means that you're doing it for the right reasons. The minute you lose that is when you're just going through the motions just because. You are 18 and 19 and 20 years old. I just saw some of your bios, and if I'm wrong for some of the ages, I'll get back to you. But I want to give you a quote, and I've made this quote a little bit more personal for me. Behind you is your memories. Before you is your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you, all you need. Let no one stop you from your potential. Let no one change you from your authentic self. Every move you make is making a difference. Every effort that you apply is impacting and really affecting everyone in your environments around you. Don't wait for the world to change, because you are the change that the world needs. So I just want to congratulate all of you. I want to say, Ivana, you are going to be a teacher that is going to be a role model to so many Black and so many youth that will see a strong Black woman in the classroom and making that change and leading by example. Chadrick, you are a social justice advocate. I want you to know that everything that you do, no matter what you touch, it's about, making equality and equity a real priority. Jocelyn, working in the medical career. I think that's so important, because as young Black youth and as Black and Indigenous and people of color, we've struggled with those institutions because we didn't have representation and people that understood and could relate. And I think it's so powerful. So you please keep at it, and please know that we are all so proud of you. Crystal, working with child and youth, I think that exactly this opportunity has created another opportunity where you can lead by example and take other children in your hands and guide them down the right path. And Joshua, congratulations on the Kola's award. I mean, that brother was an amazing brother, but I see that you want to be a chef and operate 3 restaurants. I think it's so powerful. And I will tell you, one of the things that I do in the equity work that I do is I believe that food at a table brings people together, and that is where we can initiate conversations of change. So thank you for stepping up and doing all this. And to all the other recipients that I have not heard from as of yet, I will praise you all, and I look forward to working with you. And the only way that we are going to truly achieve equality and justice and for everyone is when we work together, and we have to change people's minds. Those people that sit on the fence we need to have those tough conversations with them. And I'm going to end with one other quote, because that's just how I am. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. So to all of the recipients from this Black Education Fund, you are a leader. You are leading people, you are guiding people in all generations, and we all value you, and we are so proud of you. So thank you so much to the Black Education Fund for allowing me to speak. I am just over the moon, and I will continue to work with this organization and work in whatever capacity. And again, if you need to reach out to me, I am at Unifor, christine.macklin@unifor.org. Please feel free to reach out to me. I send my solidarity on behalf of all Unifor members. We are so proud of you. Keep making the change. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Every time I hear Christine speak, she's such an inspiration, a powerful speaker. And when you talk about your nerves, it doesn't come through. Like, you're a great speaker. So thank you, Christine, for taking the time to speak. And we will now announce our scholarship recipients. So this is our rosters. So as Dave talked about a little bit at the beginning, we've selected 3 recipients, and they will receive $1,000 for the next 4 years of university. So it's a very exciting time, and these are 3 rosters. So we'll go to the next screen. So Elijah will be attending the University of Toronto in the fall, studying human biology and immunology. Absolutely amazing. So congrats, Elijah. Next is Fatima. Fatima is a young artist from the GTA who has seen the power of community and creative collaboration in all factors of her life. She hopes to create resources and opportunities for youth who want to pursue the arts but are unable to do so. Fatima is set to start her first year at George Brown College this September, majoring in fashion techniques and design. Congrats and enjoy your first year. Congrats. And our final one is Christina. So she is entering her first year at Western University for nursing. She loves playing music in her free time, and she can't wait to join like-minded students on campus. After finishing her program, she wants to specialize in psychiatric nursing and work in a local mental health facility. Thank you so much to the Black Education Fund for believing in me and awarding me this scholarship. And you are very welcome. And thank you for the work that you're going to continue doing in the community, and especially with Black mental health. That's a whole nother topic, but I'm glad to see a strong sister going in that field to continue to help out the Black community. So congrats. And we would like to give some special thank yous. So we did have some big donors, and we just want to give them a special thank you. So Unifor was a huge donation for the Black Education Fund, and there's different departments within Unifor. So there was the Ontario Regional Council, the International Department, and many of the local unions that donated as well. So thank you. To OSSTF, that is the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation, District 11, they donated, and the provincial level of OSSTF, they donated as well, so thank you. And Bell Canada also donated to the Black Education Fund. And to all the individual donors, as I mentioned before and Dave mentioned, we could not do this without you guys. So it's because of your generosity, your believing in the Black Education Fund, and the desire to want to help Black students to succeed. So thank you for your donations. And like, we could not have done this without you. And this is something that we would like to do year after year after year. So if you're able to continue donating, I know in the chat, there is the link there. You can also go to our webpage, the Black Education Fund webpage, and there's more information on there as well. And Dave, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you, Sinead. So this almost concludes our program for tonight. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule. So we're gonna be able to mingle for a bit and hear the sounds of DJ Elegance again. Very popular, Mr. Elegance. I was getting all kinds of comments about your music, so we appreciate you being here and helping us make this event a little bit more fun than just, you know, hearing the voices. But I do want to say thank you to everybody that spoke tonight. Some very powerful words were shared, and hopefully everyone's inspired to do a little bit more for Black students, for Black youth, for equity. I know most of the people that I see here, I see them on other webinars, and I know they're doing the most. And I would be remiss if I don't harken back to Kola and the work that he's done, and to hold him up as something to aspire to, an unapologetic Black man fighting tirelessly to the end of his life on behalf of Black students and Black people, fighting against systems that would oppress and marginalize us, our children, our ancestors. So on that note, I think I just want to close with a heartfelt thank you to everybody that's showed up, donated, participated, you know, taken my calls and said yes to something that I've asked them to do or somebody else has asked them to do. On behalf of the Black Education Fund, the steering committee, and the founders, we want to thank everybody for taking the time today and throughout the year. And we just want to encourage everybody to continue to support the work that we're doing. and to support the students that we're supporting with resources, time, effort, money, anything that you think that you can contribute, please get in touch with one of the steering committee members, and we'll hear from you soon, I hope. On that note, DJ Elegance, please take it away.
Sure. Before I do that, I want everyone just to put a 1 in the chat if you had a great time tonight, and just bigging up yourself and bigging up the steering committee, everyone who was involved in today. Let's see some 1s in the chat. And being someone who's worked in community for over 20 years of my life, what I'm really inspired from my really good friend Dave, just kind of slightly highlighting him because of our personal relationship, is just really seeing how a network of caring individuals and so many other people on the steering committee and just through Facebook and the power of your network, we're able to really breathe life into this. And I really want to big you up, Dave, particularly because of our friendship, and also all the steering committee members, everyone who's here today, the scholarship award recipients, just, betting on yourself, applying to the fund, and just all the sweat equity that everyone who's been involved, who's present here today, who have transitioned, right, or who could not make it today. I mean, it is a community that really can deliver an impact. And I know that there's so many other people who want to make a change, and sometimes the change is just you doing something small, but then it sparks another change, and then it sparks another change, and really seeing the Black Education Fund take off initially from one idea, and then a design artist was brought in, Mr. Nairn, and then someone knows someone who can support with technology, then they know this person, and then this thing over here, and someone else has an expertise here. So really relying on your network, it really can provide big dividends. So I just wanted to again really uphold everyone who's here and their vision, and more importantly, just the desire to really utilize self-determination, and really realize that if we as a people, as Africans, that when we put our mind to anything, that always something amazing can happen. And already within 1 year, during a pandemic, everyone, during a pandemic, I don't even know if the steering committee has even met physically, that we're in this space today where we can celebrate giving money to youth and just continuing the journey. So I just didn't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to once again underscore things that have been said, but really highlight the efforts. These are people who have families, they're busy, they have jobs, they're doing lots of things. Not to say that others aren't busy, but there's a lot on people's plate, and they've done this through passion and on a voluntary basis. So I'm very grateful to be here. Let's enjoy some music on the way out, a few tunes, and please, there's that donation link, if we can put it in again. Any amount helps. As they say, many hands make light work. So the contributions of everyone, no matter how big or small, do make a difference. And you know what? If I can do one call to action, and that is to have everyone who's here today say that they attended the Black Education Fund Zoom webinar today, and put that link on their Facebook, on Snapchat, TikTok, and say, hey, this is something that you should get behind and know about. We would really appreciate that. As great as this has been, having everyone come collectively, we want to see a tidal wave of momentum continue. So if everyone could just do that one thing for me on your social media, just put the link on, say, I attended this tonight, it was a great time, you should learn more about it. We would all be so grateful. So thank you so much, and let's enjoy some music on the way out. Yes. Kind words by everyone. Is this a song of the summer or not? You guys tell me. Is this a song of the summer? Put it in the chat if it's a song of the summer. Talk to me. Talk to me. We're going to have a few more tunes on the way out. Enjoy one of this company. Perhaps steering committee members, you can leave your emails in the chat. So if people want to get a hold of you, we can do that. And again, that call to action, please put that donation link on your social media and share it out.
Thank you. And feel free to take yourselves off mute if you want to chat or talk. We are here.
I try to leave, but I can't. I don't know why you're the one. Turn me out of my mind. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body.
Yes, yes. We want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Black Education Fun. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share that link. Come on.
Say I made it mess up my mind, and I made it make it free up your mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, I love no be like. Say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave you go by. Yeah, if you leave I go stroking your back, baby. Loving your back.
Oh yes, another fun song coming up.
Baby, so crazy.
Congrats to all the winners. Oh, some more party tracks. Thanks for being here tonight. We've all made history. We're gonna do it bigger and better next year.
DJ Elegance.
A fun one, a fun one. Let's go. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Black Education Fun. Share that link. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey. We're so grateful for all the energy tonight, all the speakers. Hey, hey. Come on, guys, time to celebrate. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Come on, come on. Hands up, hands up. If you feel like dancing with me for a little bit, come on. Let's end the weekend off with a bang. Black Education Fun. Yes, yes. It's all about you. It's all about me. Black Education Fun. Come on, come on. Fly away with me. Fly away. An oldie but a goodie. Hey, hey.
She want that old thing back. Pretty young thing.
Appreciate all the comments in the chat. Once again, share that link. Share the love. Joe knows. It's all about the music. Hey, hey, hey.
Now back to Caicos, though your rollies in the sky, my guys will take those. Lower East Side, I'm up in NY. See me on the floor with Obi courtside. Baddies on deck, you know I'm loving them. Still in the meeting with Callan. Another one.
Waiting on that sunshine, boy, I think I need that back.
Yes, yes. What you guys want to hear? What you guys want to hear? More reggae, a little soca? Talk to me in the chat.
Who cares when it feels like crack? Well, you know that you always do it right.
Crack man and I'm out of the game. Silk shirts and a couple of chains. I go deeper and deeper. Sign a prenup, you know it's cheaper to keep up. Crack Birkin and two-seater. Put you in Milan, you can kick your feet up. 10 cap, pinky ring on the dawn.
Yes, yes.
Waiting on that sunshine, boy, I think I need that back. Can't do it like that. No one else gonna get it like that. So what are you? Yeah. Would you take me back? Who cares when it feels like crack? But you know that you always do it right.
Let's go a little old school on this one. Oh yes, a few more tunes on the way out. Better, Chadwick, better. Let's do this next one like this. Black education fun. Oh, yes. Come on. We made history tonight. Tell a friend to tell a friend where you were. Hey. A few more bangers. Let's go, let's go. Can I get a shoulder shimmy from some people? See a little seat dancing?
Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on
We are grateful everyone came out tonight. Black education fun. Hey, hey.
Come on and if you really want it, you gotta feel it. Get down on it. Come on and baby, baby, get on it. I say people, what you gonna do? You gotta get on the groove.
Like I said, please share that link on your social.
Tell me, baby, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance?
Congrats to all the winners. Big up our steering committee.
Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really won't take a chance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up, 'cause I heard all the people saying, get down on it, get down on it, get down on it, get down on it. When you're dancing, get down on it.
Some funk disco vibes. All right, guys. A couple more songs on the outro. If you had a good time, put a 111 in the chat. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, Daryl. I see you, Joe. Thank you, Ferris. Thank you, Elisa. Chad Rack. Yes, yes.
All the magic that a perfect love can make. I need your night and day so it's mine. And yeah, I give you all I got to give. So be mine.
Yes, it is.
And we can share this ecstasy as long as we believe in love.
Yes, here we go, here we go. Don't forget us, don't forget us. Black education fun. Let's go with another track, one more track. Like I said, if we can get that link in the chat one more time for our donation link. Put on your Facebook, your social. Tell a friend to tell a friend. There's that link. All right, everyone. We thank everyone for being here. DJElegance.ca. So grateful everyone hung around to rock out. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I hope everyone has an amazing week ahead. We're going to continue to build Black Education Fund. Keep it on your lips. Once again, there's that donation link. Share that out to one friend. We'll end on some vibes. This is the last song. Oh, yes, yes. Can I get a little seat dancing, a little shoulder lean? Hey, hey, hey. Yes, yes. All right, everyone. We thank you so much for being here. DJElegance.ca. I'm also a big community advocate, so I'm so grateful I could be here tonight, just share my passion, what I do as well, and you know, just continue to shed some light on the amazing work. I want to big up all the volunteers, keynote speaker, all the special guests for tonight, as well as the steering committee and all the energy and effort that went in to this evening. Like I said, my call to action for you is to please share that link to at least, you know, one other person, put on your social media, let people know where you were, what you were doing, so more people can get involved and support this amazing, amazing initiative. So thanks again. Dave, I'll turn it over to you one last time. And thank you so much for having me, everyone. Peace.
Okay. Thanks, Benji. You're amazing. Your music was inspiring too. So everybody that joined early, that joined late, thanks again for coming. And we will see you next year for sure, but hopefully well before that. And hopefully maybe next year we can do this event in person. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. And congrats to all the winners again. Thank you.